In this video, we're going to talk about mastering open houses using scripts to generate leads. Welcome to my presentation on mastering open houses. We'll cover the importance of scripts, key elements to include, and best practices for generating leads and scheduling appointments. So there's four objectives of the open house. Number one, to sell the home and satisfy the seller. Number two, to market the home to buyers and meet buyers. Number three, to meet prospective buyers who are also sellers. And number four, to generate listing appointments. And I should also add buyer appointments. So initially at the open house, you're going to greet your visitors with a warm and welcome smile. You're going to start with a friendly greeting and you're going to introduce yourself. Okay. You're going to discuss the features and the benefits of the home. You also want to ask qualifying questions, and we're going to go over that later on in this presentation. There are some really important qualifying questions that you want to ask this potential buyer so that you can lead them in the right direction. So initially, for every visitor, you're going to ask them to fill out the open house registry. Okay, we have paper registries and we have online registries, and you can also use the HAR app. Okay, generally 9 times out of 10, you'll have a paper registry, which will ask for their name, phone number, and email, and it'll also ask them some qualifying questions. You're going to use these questions to get into a conversation, basically. Okay, and the key elements of an effective open house script is the question about asking them, are you folks from around here? Okay, that's a great question to always lead into a conversation with. Okay, they may say yes, they may say no. Based on their answers, if they say they're not from around here, here are some questions that you can ask them to, again, be more conversational. Where are you from? What brings you to the area? How soon do you plan to move? Okay, now if they say they're from the area, you can ask them, okay, where do you live now? How long have you lived there? How do you like it? Why do you want to move? Or I would like to say, other than saying why do you want to move, I like what's important about moving to you. I just feel like that's a better question. You want to continue the conversation with questions like, have you seen homes that you particularly like? If you could live anywhere, where would that be? Do you own your own home or are you renting right now? Closing questions. Will you be needing to sell your home to purchase a new one? Very good question. Do you have an idea of what your current home will bring in today's market? Do you have an idea of what your home is worth? Would it be valuable to you to have a current market evaluation? It'll show you what your home will sell for in today's market, what your closing costs will be, and how many dollars you'll have from how many net dollars or proceeds you'll have from the sale to buy a home. I get out of my open house at 4 o'clock. Is it all right? Why don't I swing by your house on my way home and I'll help you with the market valuation? That way you'll know exactly what you'll make when you sell your home. It'll only take a couple of minutes and there's no obligation. That is a close. Okay. You can close for a listing appointment at the open house. You just have to do it after the open house. Okay. You don't want to do too much selling other than the home that you're in at the open house. Okay. So at the open house, you're really focused on working for your seller. All right. But after you get off, why don't you have an appointment lined up? All right. And just getting the mentality of getting appointments at an open house. Okay. Now, if it's a buyer, you want to offer them a list of homes. Would a list of homes be helpful to you? Okay. You want to add more value. Hey, if I can show you how to save 50 to 100,000 cash on your home purchase, would you like to learn more about that? Okay. Great. The best thing to do would be to schedule a Zoom appointment or in-person appointment. Do you have today available or tomorrow? What would be better for you? Okay, so you want to get into the habit of always closing for the appointment when you get in a conversation with someone. Okay, so now as the person leaves the home, The typical agent is going to ask them, what do you think? Okay. But you really, really want to get them talking, right? So use labels. A label is a word um, that it's a negotiating tactic. It seems is a label. It seems you have a lot to think about, you know. So that's a great question to ask them as they're leaving. It seems that you have a lot to think about, and they may give you some more information. And that's what qualifying questions are all about, to get as much information out of a person as possible to see if you can close them, to see if they would be a good client for you. You know, you're looking for clients that are friendly, you're looking for clients that need your help, and you're looking for clients that want to buy right away. Okay. And so open house is an excellent way to meet those people. All right. Now, if the person is rude, they don't want to talk, they want to come in and out, that's fine. That might not be the best client for you. So you've got the person's contact information, they fill out the registry, or maybe they're interested in selling and they give you their address. Okay. You want to make sure you follow up. Especially if you get the listing appointment, especially if you have a very lengthy conversation with them, you want to send them a thank you card or a thank you email or a thank you text. Okay. That would be your first line of follow up, right? You can schedule calls, texts, and emails to follow up with them after an initial conversation. So maybe they're not ready to buy today. Um, then based on their time frame, you can schedule a call out 3 months from now. You can do monthly calls until they're ready. But if they're interested in buying and selling, you might want to do weekly calls. The frequency of the call is going to give you a better opportunity to close them to an appointment. So what should you do? You should practice these scripts. You should practice questioning in a conversation. Okay. That's how you make small talk questions, right? You want to practice with your friends, practice with me, practice with your other agents in our brokerage, and find out, how did you do? Was it natural? Were you conversational? Okay. And then again, you want to adapt to the conversation. So you want to address your script naturally based on the responses of your potential client. And that takes practice.